Is Encanto a bad movie? But how good is it really? Encanto tells the tale of this extraordinary family that lives in the mountains in Colombia in a place called Encanto. Now, in this Encanto, every single member of the family has a gift. It can be being super strong, being able to sprout flowers from everywhere, or just like anything you can imagine. Except our main character, Mirabel. Mirabel doesn't have a gift, and the movie kind of goes along her having to deal with not having a gift. And, not feeling special, not feeling like included in the family. I think we can relate to that. So I want to start off by saying that I love the animation in this movie. It is so good. And Disney usually has great animation anyways, but this one really takes the cake. Can give some extra special props to the flower scene. I just really feel like it's very bright and colorful. Obviously, that's the point, but... And thinking that, I thought that Disney might have lost a little bit of their messaging, like running out of original ideas, but I really think this was a good message that they were able to do for this movie. Like, this is finally like a Disney movie where it's just a normal kid. It's not a kid with superpowers or has like a super robot or something like that. She's just like everyone else. And I feel like that's very relatable, and I feel like when movie makers make these movies, they're trying to give someone an ideal to aspire to. Unrealistic usually, especially if they have superpowers, because a kid's not gonna get superpowers. I mean, they could, but most likely not. But this one really gives a good message and a good ideal. Now, here's the problem with Encanto. Some of the characters get lost. Let's give an example with Antonio. He starts the beginning of the movie like Maribel's best friend. Oh, like everything is like they're really close, and then after like 15 minutes, he just disappears into the abyss. And it's like, I'm an hour in the movie and then they show him again. I'm like, oh crap, I forgot that character existed. And that happens with a couple of the characters. Like, the middle children. It's always the middle children that are forgotten. Nah, you have Luisa, you got a lot of screen time. You have Isabella, a lot of screen time. But then you have like, the others. It's like, where are they? And even Maribel's parents, they're like, nowhere to be found. Grandma's more around. What a shock. Now, continuing on, I do love how they're able to like create a big world aspect without ever leaving the house. I really think that was very unique, where she basically gets to have an adventure in her house, but it feels like it's not, which I think really ties it well together. However, I do despise how they spoon feed her the plot. They spoon feed the plot progression in this movie. They're just like, here you go, Maribel. Oh my gosh, you found it. Good job. Not literally, but like, you know what I mean? Like, you're watching it and then her problems get solved without her having to do too much. Except the mountain scene, of course, where it's Bruno's room. Yeah, that one, okay. She had to put some effort into that one and I give her props to that one. Continuing on though, besides the plot, the plot's overall pretty good with, besides those two things that I've said, I do think the jokes are fun. The jokes are funny, they're really funny sometimes, and I really appreciate that they have that random humor, just like not when you're not expecting it. And you know what I mean. They do a lot of good jokes, like literally of like laughing, and I don't really expect to laugh much from these Disney movies. But it's like, wow. Now, going on to the music. No, they were made by Lin-Manuel Miranda, something like that. And I do like, obviously, I think the best songs are, and probably people won't disagree with me, We Don't Talk About Bruno and Surface Pressure. And I do like Isabella's song too. But the problem is, I just feel like, and these, besides Bruno, which I think is the best song from the movie, all these songs have the problem of trying to put too much in the song. They're trying to jam-pack the pillow with as many messages and as many words as possible. Like sometimes they're saying so many things in the song that I feel like the average 8-year-old or 10-year-old just would be like, what? What? Like if it was someone older, yeah, they'll get every single message. But if this is a kids movie, so if you have so many messages, how much do you expect them to actually comprehend? Just some food for thought. I do like the songs though. Now overall, a lot of people are giving this movie like, oh my gosh, so amazing, so spectacular. And, well, it is good. It's definitely worth a watch. I just can't get to the same level as those other people, just because, I mean, when you're a movie review, you just look at the nitty gritty, and it's like, the movie's really good, really feel good movie, but that's not enough to necessarily make it stupendous in my eyes. So it is still a very good watch. So I'd have to give it around a 7.5. I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think. Tell me what your favorite song in Encanto is. I have a pretty good idea what probably number 1 and 2 will be, because I already mentioned them, but I could be wrong. We'll see. Leave it in the comments. And if you want some more movie reviews, centrist politics, TM, and cultural stuff, leave a subscribe. Like, comment, subscribe, you know. See you in the next one.